Hi, it's Tracy from Two Rocks Tarot. Welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. So today I'll be doing a October-November wrap-up because it's already nearly the end of November. So I haven't done a wrap-up since I've been sick because this time last year, this is when I got diagnosed with breast cancer, so I haven't really been doing anything tarot related at all, really, except for the odd oracle pull and in the Katie Flowers one that I did the review about the choosing 10 decks. I was explaining about the deck that I was using on my app, which again, why do I always forget the name of that deck? I can't believe it. There's something about it. The Shining Tribe. There you go. The Shining Tribe Tarot by Rachel Pollack. So despite doing a one a day sort of pull when I felt like it, but really I haven't really done much. So the last few months I've been getting back into it, the last couple of months I suppose you would say, which you can tell by my content. So where to start? I think what I'll start with is this beautiful crystal ball that my husband brought for me, I think just before October. I think he got that for me in September there. And this crystal ball has been freaking amazing. So those of you who have been reading on my community tab and in scrying in a different way as well, you've been seeing that the photos that I've been putting up of my scrying experiences, and a lot of them are as clear as day. So I'm going to put this one up of my cat that actually came and saw me on the 31st of October. So that's her cheeky little face there. And prior to that, I think it was the day before, the first thing. No, it wasn't the day before, it was on the same day. First it was her paw that I saw, which I've actually got her paw print tattooed on my back. And then and then I saw her actual face. So how this all started was something quite unbelievable. So here I'm going to share a photo of, that's my table next to me on my recliner, so that I keep all my crystals and well, actually they're not all my crystals, a few of them. And you can see with the crystal ball here that there is a certain time of day at 2 o'clock, between 2 and 3, where the sun shines on it. And it looks absolutely glorious. It looks so, so beautiful. So I thought, I'm going to take a photo of it. And I took a series of photos. And as I was looking at it and zooming up, I started seeing all these pictures, all these images of pets. I saw my cat, I was in other spirit images, of pets and spirits and all sorts of things. And it's been absolutely incredible. Now, this particular crystal ball I actually got from the Fremantle markets. My stepdaughter loves going to the Fremantle markets, and we went there. Actually, my youngest daughter was with me too. I can't remember what the day was, why we actually went there. Might have been Father's Day, I don't know. But anyway, there was a new crystal shop that opened, and I was just walking around and I saw this in the cabinet, in the glass, much like the glass, glass cabinet. And it just called out to me, and I thought, wow, this is beautiful, but it was expensive. I didn't expect my husband to buy it. And I was asking the lady about it, and she was pointing out to there was actually bigger crystal than this next to me. I think it was $1,000 light next to it, but that wasn't the one. This one, the one was really calling out to me. And she said, they're quite powerful. And I said, yeah, I can actually feel it. Because she said, do you want to hold it? And I said, no, because I thought, there's no way I'm going to. What's the point of touching a crystal that you can't afford? I said, no, I don't want to hold it, but I can feel it. I could actually feel the power radiating through the glass cabinet. Anyway, I went and just started walking around the shop and looking around other things, and my husband secretly brought it for me. So I got this crystal from a completely different source to what I normally do. And it's just absolutely freaking amazing. I still need to do it at night. If I can remember, I get a bit tired at night time still, but I would like to try it by candlelight. I'd actually like to put a candle behind it and see, the traditional way of scrying. But I just can't believe how many pets come through on this. It's incredible. So, of course, I did a video of where Oscar showed up. And I can't remember if I showed this one of the cat, of my cat Blackie, that I had for 22 years. So I've had her for a long time, and she's been gone for about 6 years now. And this is why I've been doing a lot of pets in spirit videos, because they've just keep coming through. So I've actually stopped taking photos because I've got a whole list of pets in spirits that I have to do, and some people in spirit as well messages. So be prepared for a lot more of them. So I'm releasing them on each Monday, and it's just something that I love to do, and I've written up my own spread. so I can better connect with spirits, because I used to just pull a card and hold it and look at it and just, more or less channel the messages, but I wanted it to be more specific so owners would recognize that it's their animal. So this is what started it all, was actually this crystal ball. So I know I've been doing pets in spirit and people in spirit for a while now, particularly the people side of things, maybe not so much the pets, but they used to come through anyway when I used to do scrying every week. I think I used to do a scrying. There's a lot of content that I've taken off my channel. So this is an absolutely amazing crystal. And the other night I was just holding it and I was just lying in my recliner and literally I felt like I was stoned. It's just so powerful. I can't tell you. It's absolutely beautiful. And you can see the clarity is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The smaller crystal ball on the other side, I can scry with that, but it's nothing like this. This is powerful. I would love to know actually where she got it. One day I'd like to go back to their markets, because my husband doesn't really like travelling all the way to Fremantle because he has to drive so much for his work. So that's why you're going to be seeing a lot more. Now the interesting thing too, I've actually had to, what I've done is I've actually written on my notes on my computer when the animals appeared and the dates, so I can work through the list of of doing these messages. But interestingly enough, I saw the who I thought was Papa Legba, and I saw the Grim Reaper about 4 times, and I thought it was Papa Legba. And I also saw it had with the female who had her face pressed against him. Looked like she had a bit of a little top. I don't know. He had the top hat or she had it, but it looked like she had a veil on her face. He had the top hat, and you could see the kind of red in the hair. All right. But I was thinking, and I was trying to Google. So I was trying to Google about Papa Legba, and I thought, I'm not really sure if this is right. I don't trust Google when it comes to spiritual matters. So I decided to write to Shamanic Arawak Priestess, who is the voodoo queen on YouTube, and I thought I would actually write to her and tell her what I've been seeing, because prior to getting this and to seeing all these images, I was actually thinking of giving up doing my spirit messages. And then I wrote to her and she wrote back to me, and this is what she said. She said, what you saw, I'm just reading off my phone, what you saw wasn't Papa Legba at all. You saw Baron Samedi. He is the one that grants mediumship abilities and opens communication to the other side. He is a Haitian spirit, Aloha. He is known to work with and come to people from all cultures. His wife is an Irish red-headed white woman. Seriously, and talking about scrying, I've never seen colours in my crystals before when I scry, but I do in this one. Okay. His wife, so I said that he's a wife, so makes sense he would come to you as you had a near-death experience with cancer. I think he wants you to know to keep going with the spirit messages and don't give up. Even the Grim Reaper makes sense with him being the one you saw. It was Baron Samedi, he's the Grim Reaper in Haitian Voodoo. I have some videos coming about him, so look out for that on my channel. So that's fantastic. I can't wait till she releases that. And she also, thank you for coming to me, by the way. Google can be so misinformed, which is actually so true. And she said, I hope that it helped you make more sense of things, which it totally did. So I started seeing these on the 30th of October, the 31st, and a couple of days, and I think it was on the 2nd of November as well. And she said that today is Baron, now this is on the 29th of October, so it must have been maybe a couple of days before. But she said, of course, today is Baron Samedi feast days, 3 days of celebrations from October the 31st through November the 2nd. And she filmed a short video of her altar, which I actually didn't watch. So how's that? So I take it that I'm supposed to be doing these particular spirit messages. So I will continue to do so, because it's just been absolutely amazing. It really has. And when she explained that, it just made so much sense. So very strong, very powerful crystal. So get ready. I'll be doing a lot more pets in spirit. I'm trying to release them every Monday. I've got so much to work through, and also with people in spirit as well. So what I'm doing, I'm working down through the list of who came first, okay? Or even sometimes, because actually there's a boxer dog that I'm kind of being drawn to maybe do a little bit earlier, and I will share the photo here. And can you see on the top how it's a beautiful golden image? It actually looks like a boxer dog. So that's what's been happening around, and I've actually had to stop taking photos because so much is coming through. I'm going to work through my list, and then I'm going to be taking some more. So I've also, actually, Baron Samidi's wife, I forgot to mention. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right because, I live in Australia and it's not, we don't really have anything French, but I think they say Maman Bridget. That's what I'm hoping I pronounced that right. And I apologise if I haven't said that properly. So I've also been, as I said, since I've been drawn to working very heavily again with my witchy side. So what I've been doing with my altar, and I'll just share a photo there. And as you can see, that the poster at the back is actually the seasonal wheel of the year according to the Nuna people is of the country that I'm actually living on. So I've incorporated both of them. So as you can see on the altar is a lot of yellow, orange, because that's the color of the seasons. I've chosen 3 cards from the Dreamtime Oracle, and which is here, and I'll just actually move my keyboard out of the way, which is here. Now you can't get this particular deck; it's out of stock. It's out of stock. So I've chosen the 3 cards that I've got. I've got the magpies, the rainbow serpent. I think it's the frill-neck lizard. Hang on, I'm just going to stand up and have a look because I can't remember. Yes, the frill-necked lizard to represent the season of where I'm living, and so that's what I've been doing. So I've been using this beautiful deck, absolutely gorgeous deck. This one is. So I've used the 3 cards to represent the season. I've also, as you can see, I have got a couple of cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, which I have been using, and the reason why that's actually on the altar is because I was actually asking some questions in regards to my spirit messages, and they were the answers. So I'll just leave them because I don't often put them on the altar. So that's the colours of the season, lots of yellows and oranges and things like that. As you can see, I have actually got a couple of angel cards because I have been working with the Archangel Fire Oracle, and I think I've mentioned this before in one of my videos where I have I was actually asking I can't remember what video it was now, but I'll just grab the card because it's actually sitting on my altar again. Sorry about that. So I was actually asking to give me a sign. That's actually, how when they say that, when people say like give me a sign. So give me a sign. And I was looking out the security cameras in the front yard, just checking before I was going to bed, and all these red dots were flying. They look like fireflies. We don't have fireflies in Australia. Circling around the camera, going down the side of our driveway, coming back up around. And when I googled it, I found out that it was actually Archangel Uriel who makes who does that sort of thing. So that was totally amazing that I got that sign. So I've been keeping him on my altar, and if you have a look, the book that he's got there has actually got a pentagram on it. So and he actually helps with prophecy. So it's kind of amazing how you can have like Baron Samedi turn up, the Grim Reaper, Archangel Uriel, which actually turned up before I got this crystal, and they all just synchronize and they all work well together, because I was wondering how I was going to incorporate my witchcraft side with working with angels, and it all just works out so well. I've got no idea why I was honoured enough to have Baron Samedi and his wife Maman Bridget turn up in my crystal ball, but I'm just gonna accept it as a gift for what it is. Because I just don't know why they would suddenly, why that would turn up. But I think it's absolutely wonderful. I haven't got any Irish ancestry in me, as far as I know. I've got English, Welsh, and German, and I think somewhere down the line there was an Italian and Russian grandmother, some way down the line as well. So you really truly can work with all of them. It's just, I don't know, it's just mind-blowing. I can't describe how how awesome it is. So that was my sign. And so I've been pulling cards and asking which angel would like to be with me for the week. But I've been keeping this one. I've been keeping Archangel Uriel's card and also Archangel Metatron as well. And excuse me I'm not very great with pronouncing because this is all quite new to me, the angel side of things. So I've been working with that deck. And of course, I've been working with the Crystal Guardians that the beautiful Evie from Fairy Wren Whispers sent to me. I've edged them on a hot pink. Actually, where's the lid? I can't get the little. I'll put it over there. Whoops! Oh, dropping everything here. So that's what it looks like there. She sent that to me, I believe for my birthday last year. So what I do with this particular deck, so you can see it's all about crystals, crystal angels. It's absolutely perfect. And what I do is I always draw a card for the week. Sometimes they might stay out a bit longer if I feel like it needs to stay out. So I keep this, I pull one a week and just keep it up with because this particular shelf here has got a lot, it's got like a angel, kind of little angel altar there. Looks like I've got around 3 altars now in my house. So yeah, so I always pull one of these for the week ahead. And if I've got the actual crystal, I'll place the crystal next to it as well. I have because actually funny enough, this deck actually came with 2 amethyst cards. So I keep the amethyst one next to my bedside table as well, along with a little crystal angel. So I've been using them because when I got sick, I didn't want any hard hitting type of decks. I needed soft, gentle decks, which is saying something for me because I like hard hitting decks. I'm going to imagine. So I use that one. And talking about, and I actually got this deck. This is How to Be a Wildflower. So I've been using this particular one as well. Now I have done walkthroughs on all of these decks. It comes in a beautiful little box there, and it's just got beautiful pictures on it. I love the artwork, and then it has writing on the back. So go free, wild, forever. So it's that type of just something nice. And I like to use these sometimes at the end of my readings that I do on my channel. I just like to sometimes, I might shuffle and actually cut. So that one on here says, we need the tonic of wildness. It's just beautiful. Because I have got the other deck, the Wild Offering, but it's a little bit too religious kind of thing for me. It's still a beautiful deck, but I really like this one. This is My Soul is Awakened, My Spirit is Soaring and Carried Aloft on the Wings of the Breeze by Anne Bronte. So it's absolutely, it's beautiful. I don't know, I just really like it. So, she said, you can either shuffle and cut the card or just shuffle through and have a look at the images and call out to something. This one is Plant so that your own heart will grow. So I've been using this deck as well for the last couple of months. I really, really enjoy that. I think it's really pretty. It's just something. This is relatively new because I think it was Boho Tarot who done a walkthrough on this, and I thought that is really beautiful. I just knew that I would be able to use it in my tarot reading practice. So the Archangel Fire Oracle looks like this, and it's by Alexandra Wenman. And so the backs of the cards, I've edged mine in all different pastel colours, and I've done a walkthrough of this deck as well. So there's Sandalphon. I'm not going to pronounce all the angel names because it's absolutely horrible. As you can see, it's quite different. Very, very different. But I can't, it's not wishy-washy. It actually talks about the dark angel. It's actually got the black ray. This is one of the black ones. It's just, it's amazing. That's another one of the black ones. So she's actually channeled all this through. It's taken us quite a few years. I wanted an angel deck that wasn't all mushy, like Doreen Virtue ones were. And I apologise to Doreen Virtue fans, but I did have one of her decks years and years and years ago, and I got rid of it pretty quick. It was just too much on the religious side, where this isn't. It's really, really good. I highly recommend that one. I've also been using, so because of the crystal ball, and you'll know that if you've been watching my Pets in Spirit, I've been using the Magical Dogs, which is absolutely gorgeous deck. Absolutely love it. So I've been using that one. So just grab that out. So it comes with that's what the box looks like in the inside. And you know, this is the book. It comes with a really nice, substantial book. It's got lovely, just beautiful meanings in it. So I just like, it's got pause for thought. So this is from the Ace of C, which of course is the Ace of Cups. It's got, you've reached a time of spiritual and emotional fulfillment. Something new is coming your way. You may have a new relationship on the horizon. It's the perfect time for opening your heart up to give and receive love, friendship, and compassion. It's also a wonderful time to explore your creative side. Sing, dance, laugh, and be inspired. It's got some keywords, and you know, it talks about the actual, you know, little image itself, the card. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's suitable for beginner, and it's suitable for the seasoned tarot reader. So they're the backs of the cards. Beautiful. I haven't edged this one yet. I don't know if I will. Kind of over edging. And of course, you know, if you've been watching my Pets in Spirit, you can see, you know, last few videos I've been using this particular deck. It's just absolutely beautiful. Very slippery, as you can see. It's finding it hard to hold them up. But it's absolutely superb for doing Pets in Spirit messages. It really, really is. Oh, look, there's that. I'm just going to leave that one up because I know I've got a message from a dog that looks like that. Oh yeah, there's a rainbow. that's telling me something. So yeah, I love this deck. Nina from Shuffle Tarot sent me quite a few when I was telling her what I wanted to do, and she sent me a link to this and quite a few others. But this one really calls me. I wanted a deck that had the background incorporated in it, because yeah, I just needed something with a lot of detail, and it's actually got a lot of detail in this deck. And they've been, you know, with the spread that I've come up and written for myself, it's been quite uncanny with what it can pick up, you know. So I've been using that deck and I absolutely adore it, and I'll keep that one. I should keep that out because I reckon I need to do that. And because of that, that's what I've been using the Sacred Destiny cards. So what I've been using these for is, one of the questions that I ask is, what does it look like where you are now? And I pull out one of these cards. And, you know, this is suitable for, you know, like I said, I'm using the same spread for people as well, because it's just something that the questions that I ask is what I would like to know. And, yeah, so this is what I pull, because this is the most gorgeous deck. It's got the most beautiful scenery in it. This is what the backs look like. I've done a walkthrough on this as well. It's actually beautiful, and so that's why I bought this deck for, to just ask, where is it like, you know, what does it look like where you are now, or where you are now? Yeah, that's it. That's the question. So that's another deck that I've been using, and actually that's why I did buy it. I did buy it because of the spirit messages. I really, really wanted to incorporate that question into it. So I've also been using an oldie but goodie. Now I've also got the Phalos Arcanae and the Canis Arcanae that I brought off Nina, thinking that they would be, you know, purely to use for spirit messages, but for some reason it's these two decks that the spirits have chosen. But yeah, it's just the way it is at the moment. But I have used them, but not as much as I thought. So I don't know, we'll see. So this is the Pagan Cat's Tarot, which I've edged and trimmed. I've had this deck, God, for years and years and years. And again, this is a really nice little deck. So I don't pay attention when I do these messages of spirit. I don't pay attention to what the actual card is. So like that was a Ten of Swords, or, you know, I think this is Knight of Pentacles. I don't look at that. I just kind of read the images, what they're telling me. Okay. So I've been using the Pagan Cats, which I haven't used for a long time too, until I started doing these particular messages. But the cats seem to really like this one. So yeah, it's quite interesting that that's happened. So I've been using that particular deck. I will use the other decks. I have used it. I think it was the one for the message that come through for Sanskrit Blue, for when her beautiful dog Noah crossed the Rainbow Bridge. So that's it for decks. Besides, I've just got some notes because I knew I'd forget. Actually, I didn't think I'd have anything to talk about. Besides that, I've still been getting my teeth done. I've been going every fortnight to get something done. On the 1st of December, I'll be getting my 2 bottom wisdom teeth out. And then I've got 2 big fillings. Actually, she said it works out well because the fillings are right next to my wisdom teeth and they'll be able to get to them much easier. I'm getting 1 filling on Friday. So, and then it's all finished, thank goodness, because it's been quite expensive, as you can imagine. So, that's a big thing for me. I've had a lifelong fear of the dentist, and I had to get my teeth fixed because I do need to have another 6 transfusions to keep my bones healthy. And so I think over 3 years I need to get these transfusion done, according to my oncologist. But the medication can leave a hole in your jaw in 1 in 1,000 people, so you need to make sure your teeth are in tip-top condition. So that fear has gone. I just go to a local lady in Turok. She's absolutely beautiful, lovely Indian woman. So that's been good. I've been exercising and walking now. I can manage to do it 5 days a week. So what I do is I actually do even a longer walk now. I've managed to do a really huge loop around town, because the town is quite nice. It's not a huge big square, so I'm managing to do. So what I do is I do a walk one day, and then the next day I do some weights. So because I need to keep your. I want to get rid of these bloody this nanatata arms, as we call them, bat wings or whatever you want to call them. But they've actually reduced in size. And so, and it's also to keep, so your scar doesn't get all stiff. I was shown this in my radiotherapist clinic. They had an exercise psychologist there, and she'd done a routine for me. So, so I walk one day, do weights the next, and then I just have the weekends off. So I've been doing that now for 2 weeks. I've managed to exercise every day, which I've really, really enjoyed. One thing I really, really missed was walking. I absolutely love walking, and I actually like lifting weights. I don't know why, but I actually like lifting weights. So that is super. I'm super excited that I've got enough energy to actually do that now. I don't seem to get as tired. I'm still losing weight. I'm being very careful with my diet. I always was anyway, because when my kidneys weren't doing so good about 3 years ago, I changed my whole diet, so I didn't really have to change much. But my husband stays away 2 nights a week because where we live is an hour and a half away from where he works, and the traffic is horrendous, and sometimes it might take him like 2 hours. And he finishes at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And sometimes he's not home till 4:30, 5 o'clock, which is absolutely ridiculous because of the traffic. So he stays 2 nights a week with his daughter. And on those 2 nights of the week, I eat vegetarian meals because I can't become a full vegetarian because of what I had. I actually have to eat meat. I mean, I'd love to give the whole lot up if I could, but I just can't. I have to be very, very careful with what I eat. So, they always say if you do 2 to 3 meals a week of vegetarian, it's really, it's better than nothing, isn't it? So I'm doing that when he's away, because he's a meat eater. He loves his barbecues and things like that. And I think that's it. That's pretty much what I've been doing. And if you can see, I've been doing a lot more content because I've been really enjoying making YouTube videos again. I've decided to with Instagram, I've actually taken it off my description, because what I've done is it's still under Two Rocks Tarot, so you can still find me under there, but I've made it private. Instagram has been running riot with fake accounts where people have been stealing your identity, stealing your content. They change, like, say if it was mine, Two Rocks Tarot, they might have 2 T's in the tarot or 2 T's in the 2 or whatever it is. And then what they do, they direct message people asking them if you want a reading, to try and scam some money out of you. I never direct message people asking for money. Never, ever, ever, ever. And I've put that statement on my community tab, but I really, really got sick of it. Every single time I looked on Instagram, there was more, there's a @scammer alert. So there's a lady who's been, publishing those that are scam accounts, and you can report and block them, which was I've been doing. But I just got sick of it. So I decided to make my page private. And I've taken off my shop. I'm just going to keep my Facebook page going with the shop on it. I've just made it just a normal, everyday personal account, because I found that when I was sick and I used to post all the time on it, I deleted the account, started up again. I'm not really into doing daily readings. I've got better things to do, sort of thing, if that kind of makes sense. Now that I've been given this second chance of life, I want to use it I just want to do as much as I can. So I've decided I just use my community tab. If I want to put a reading on it, I will. If I don't have to, sort of thing. I just love the versatility of the community tab on YouTube. So I've decided to make my Instagram private because of it, because I'm absolutely sick of it. And it's quite funny because I know Facebook owns Instagram, but I don't have any problem with my Facebook page. Nothing at all. So I'm just going to be keeping that for the shop, just for, for the ease for other people. But I have got my own website, my own dedicated website, which I've had for a while now. So if, people wanting to buy a reading from me, my website details are in the description box. But yeah, I've really had a gutful of Instagram. I've just sick of it. And now, since I've made it private, because that's another thing that was annoying me, I wasn't actually seeing posts from people that I follow. It was all these people I've got no idea who they are. So I really went through got rid of all the shops and everything that I followed, or they were following me, and just have the people that that I'm interested in, and it's just so much better. Oh, so much better. So now I'm actually seeing posts from people that I follow, because that was really annoying too. I really hated that. I mean, you don't follow people not to see their posts, so that was another reason that I decided to do it as well. And I feel like a great weight is being lifted off me, because I really do enjoy YouTube much more better, and even Facebook is much easier when it comes to having your Facebook page. So that was another thing that I've done. And I'm trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much it. But I have noticed on YouTube there have been fake comments from fake people, so it's sort of starting over here, but it doesn't seem to be so bad. And because you can kind of block them, even though you can do that on Instagram, but it's a lot harder. It's just, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why people do that. But talking about Instagram, I did find I did explain this about on the Labrador video, about how I saw a black bear a few times in that crystal ball, and I was wondering why. And then I saw the black Labrador with the white muzzle, and I was just scrolling through. How sometimes you just go on search and you just scroll, just scrolling through pictures or whatever. And I come across a black Labrador called Bear. So I knew straight away that it was a spirit message. So this is the only time I have ever DM'd someone on Instagram, a complete stranger, and said that I think that this message is for you, so she could actually watch it. And she was so happy and grateful for it. It really made me feel, it makes me want to tear up, it really made me feel really, really good to be able to do that. So that was great. That's the reason I was going to actually delete my account and not be on Instagram altogether. And then the lady who actually looks after at Scammer Alert said that's why she made hers private, because she thought, why should I give up something that I enjoy? And I thought, she's right. I still like to keep in contact with friends and family, and I do still like seeing, posts on tarot and stuff like that. But since I've made it private, it's just 100% better. I get to see everybody that I follows, their messages and things like that, their posts, because that really annoyed me that I wasn't seeing who I followed posts. So because I had a lot of people, strangers, reach out to me wishing me well when I was going through my cancer journey, and I wasn't seeing their posts, and that sort of peeved me off. Anyway, so I think that's it for my October November wrap up. Highly, highly spiritual months for me, as you know, with the how they got a sign from the goddess, which if you haven't watched that video, I'll put a tag up to there. What was it called? A card up on there. So anyway, until next time, this is Tracy.